Hi everybody, a very interesting topic today. I believe it will raise lots of questions, maybe lots of negativity, but we will still have to discuss it anyways. At least I believe so. I would say at least 5 to 10 times per day, maybe even more often, I am asked what would happen with my money if my visa, usually we're talking about temporary visa because immigration is pretty much straightforward, and people who are eligible for immigration are usually educated individuals and they usually understand how it works. But when it comes to temporary visas, the question is always the same. So what would happen with my money if my visa is refused? And typically by my money, people imply that, look, we paid for your service for legal immigration representative and our visa has been refused. Will you refund those money? How would that happen? How would that work? And unfortunately, the answer would of course be no. Of course, because let me put it in an analogy. So you're hiring taxi services, Uber, if Uber works in your country, or doesn't really matter. You jump in a taxi, you're going for a party tonight, okay? But will you ask a taxi driver to refund your money if you had no fun at the party? If it did not happen how you were expecting it to happen? Or if there was a traffic jam and you were not able to come to a party simply because, I don't know, aliens attacked this planet and you were not able to make it at the end of the day? Of course not. It might be a weird analogy, but you have to understand that when we're working together, either with us or you're working with another representatives, doesn't really matter. You found local crooks who would do that for you. You found genuine representatives. In either case, people who are working with you, they are not able to influence the final decision. Okay? I have absolutely no personal connections with visa officers. Even if I have some, I will not be able to use these connections. It's like, well, knowing the President of the United States does not necessarily guarantee you that you will be able to use nuclear weapons yourself, right? Because friendship is friendship, right? Politics is another story. Same with the immigration, same with the visas and temporary visas, right? So if we were able to assist you, prepare your documents, if we were able to guide you and try to increase your chances based on our experience and based, of course, on immigration legislation, it does not mean that if it did not work well for you, because at the end of the day, the decision would be based upon immigration officer who would be working with your case, right? That we should do our job for free. We're trying our very, very best, and many of you actually know that, to make our cause as proper and as cheap as is humanly possible, right? To make sure that it will not cost you an arm and a leg, of course, and that we would be able to make it feasible for us. You know very well that if we do not believe that you have chances for success, we would not take your case and tell it to you straight from the beginning that, look, we have serious doubts that it would work for you, and either we would not work with you at all, or we would ask you to provide the consent that you understand all the consequences and you're totally fine with that, right? So if you still decided to go for it, it will not be right to refund it, right? Simply because we did our job, and you know it very well because we prepared your document and we helped you. But yes, we're not doing the miracle, and if it didn't work, we will be able to assist you reapplying, of course, resubmitting the application, working towards rectifying the situation. But at the end of the day, the onus of this decision lies solely upon the visa officer, not upon us. Now, as I said in the beginning, I totally understand that it's a difficult topic, right? And lots of people would be frustrated and saying, look, I know local agents, right? And I'm always just putting it in quotes, agents, because we both know who those agents are. They would be able to refund it for me. They would be able to work for free. You know what? I know somebody who would pay me just to work with me. Maybe that would happen. Maybe it's a reality of your home country. In some countries it is, in some countries it's not, but it's not how it works in Canada, and definitely that's not usually how we work, right? If you would like an assessment of your chances, mostly welcome. We'll be able to discuss your pros and cons with you. Typically, if you would decide to go for a consultation, of course, we will give you a guidance how to do it yourself, because we believe that's the right approach to the situation. But if you would like our guidance, feel free to come in. We'll discuss it with you. Our contacts are at the end of the video.